Good morning, guys. Check it out, man. That's the new full moon of the year, right? Wanted you guys to check it out. All right, guys. So for this year coming up, a lot of you guys are stepping into a different version of yourself. And I don't know if you guys can feel that. There's something different in the air. Some people may say you're out of touch, you're out of reach. Good morning. Look at that. Look at that moon right here. Mhm. Let me see. Where can I set you guys? We got the sunrise coming up from that side, the moon on this side. Some of you guys are dealing with your opposite sign. You could be a Taurus dealing with like your opposite sign, or this could be within you. Good morning, good morning. You could be dealing with that, and that could be within you. It doesn't necessarily have to mean anything with your person. I feel like in 2025 was a year where you had to figure yourself out more than what it was when it was your person. Yeah. And they don't want you to know who you are. But look at that moon. Bright. And then we have the sun coming out over there. I don't know. Are you guys ready for 2026? Good morning. Who's feeling lovely today? Who's feeling different? Who's feeling like you guys are taking your power back? Some of you guys have been silenced for a while. And at first, your silence, you could have been terrifying. You could have been like, what? You weren't able to hear yourself, or you did it. But the more that you spend time on yourself, the more that you spend time loving yourself, you don't understand how powerful you begin to push that aura, like your presence. Like maybe before you used to step in the room and you kind of wondered and you could feel everybody looking at you. You felt that pressure. And now you guys stepping in 2026. Oh my God, you step in the room and you put your eyes on yourself. You put that energy, you feel that coverage, you feel this even around your family, guys. Even around your family. Some of you guys have stepped into this energy. Some people might say, oh, cold, or maybe you used to see other people like they're cold-hearted. No, now you feel that way. You feel confident, or you will be feeling confident pretty soon. Some of you guys, you guys could have been people pleasing where you had to be there first at family functions. And now people are wondering, where are you? Where are they? They might have stepped on you. They might have pushed you to the side. Some of them are excited. They want to see if you're still down and you're looking different. Your energy is different. Some of you guys say less. Some of you guys smile more. Say less and smile more. That could be a phrase for you guys. Look at this. Pulling from these cards. These are the cards I started out with. The one that fell on the floor says, God loves you. Look at this. Isaiah 1:18. So on the 18th, as we're coming into this new year, you can feel that you need to make a decision. You need to make a decision. And that decision is not going to come from what people think about you, what your mama thinks, your dad thinks, your husband, your wife, your kids. This decision is going to come from what God thinks. And that's powerful. It says, create. Oh, it says, let's settle this, says the Lord. but they want you to read it first. See, look at this guy. It's one of the cards I started. See, so when you go within and you get validation from God, you're going to see how powerful you're going to start to step. Some people say, well, why do you talk about God? When you have that, they call it an anointing. I call it a relationship with God. You're not going to think about anybody else. I'm telling you, you're going to be aligned to what you came here to enjoy. Some of you guys have been suppressed, like, well, I should have been doing this, and this person held me back. And then you're looking back at memories from the past, and you're seeing how you put your life on hold to make somebody else's happy, whether it's your parents. I'm hearing like the inner circle. For some of you guys, friendship. Oh, they're my best friend. We grew up, my BFF. Here's the sad thing for some of you guys, if it was somebody you grew up with, a friendship, this could be even a kinship or a cousin. Maybe there was somebody that hung around you, and you guys were like brothers or like sisters. Little do you know that they wanted to be you. They wanted, and they were secretly jealous, but you might have opened your heart, your arms. You don't have those feelings. For some of you guys, you do, but you were like, fuck them. I'm going to go for what's for me. But they still secretly wanted to sabotage you. And once you get into this power within you, they can't sabotage you. You could just laugh at them. You know how powerful it is to keep people around you knowing that they're jealous of you. Letting them know and putting them in their place. Like, look, fool, I want you around me, but I don't need you. And really calling them out, giving them a second chance. Some of them don't deserve it. And if they don't change, this is where I'm picking up right here. Let's settle this. Let's settle this, says the Lord. And that's you telling a person, the mother figure, look, if you keep fucking talking shit, I'm not going to help you. So that way you could go ahead and it could make sense, that I'm not helping you. I don't know who needed to hear that. It says, tell your problems. How big is your God? Don't tell God how big your problem are. Oh, okay. So don't dwell on how hard your life is going, because you're going to be pulling that energy. Instead, look at the problem like a goal, like God, if you're placing this, what I got to do. And sometimes it's as simple as you saying, God, I can't handle this shit. Fuck, handle this and let me focus on what I could control. And that's you taking your power back. I don't know, guys, for whoever this message is, you're moving different. Your post, if you have social media, pull back. Like, I lean on God. If I post, I post. If I don't, I don't. And I feel good because it brings a lot of freedom. It brings a lot of freedom. And I'm hearing, what is freedom? What is your freedom? Not what the world thinks freedom should be. Like, what is your freedom? Happy New Year's to you too. What is your freedom? Really define that. Because my freedom could be different from your freedom. Your freedom is different from whoever you're around. You're in the circle, your friends, and really go in. Because in 2026, guys, you can't hold back of what your dreams. What is your dreams? You're not gonna hold back no more. You shouldn't. You should go after what you want. And if they can't align with you, that they're not for you. There's so many talented, like, ladies. Some of you guys are working in a place you don't want to work there. Some of you guys have been waiting for somebody to come around, and you're like, God, if you lost a spouse, whether incarceration, death, untimely death, I heard, or just They pulled away. They went with somebody else. And look, if they went with somebody else, don't lose your character. Don't even dwell on being mad. Don't even dwell on entertaining somebody else. Like if guys, if you're in a situation, look before, look at that moon. Allow the moon to. Some of you guys need to put the light on the BS that people think that you don't know what's happening. And your energy of being nonchalant, because for some of you guys, this is a test. How do you behave? How do you react to what happens around you? If you could, if you could really look at the spirit of jealousy, envy, anything that makes you feel abandoned, rejection, really look at it and see why. Why would you allow that to bother you? And send that shit back. Send that energy back. Like, bitch, I'm not jealous of you. And then pull your energy back and see how you get all your talents, your gifts, that destiny swapping BS. Nah, we ain't tolerating that. For some of you guys, you might even leave a certain thing that you do real good. And people don't realize, if you have people competition, they don't realize that you have many talents. And God is gonna throw them. It's gonna throw them on a wild goose chase. For some of you guys that are dealing with law enforcement too, the same thing. When you get with God, you'll have them doing circles for whoever that is for. So don't lose your character. It says, when you lose your money, so what? Y'all repeat it. If you lose your money, so what? Because if you sit there in fear and you sit there in anger, oh, they took my money. Oh, I lost it. I'm in fear. You're going to block it. So rip that shit. So what? Fuck that shit. God is going to replace it seven folds or 7 times. Call that energy. Believe in it. That's why it's important for you to have that energy, that power, that belief, that faith. It says, when you lose a house, some of you guys, they made fun of you guys because you were so excited to obtain this house. This could be you and your spouse, and you guys are feeling this pressure of oh man, we're gonna lose it. Is it worth the stress? It's drawing you two guys apart. For whoever this is meant for, or if you're single, it doesn't matter. This is your first property. And instead of people helping you, the closest ones, they're laughing, pendejo, pendeja, you should have, we told you. But they forgot how you helped them. And the reason is they want you to do good. It's like that saying, they want you to do good, but not better than them. And God wanted to open your eyes. You knew it. You ignored it. So are you going to step in 2026 really sitting there in your feelings about what you already knew? No. Now you're going to work in silence. You're going to move in silence. You're going to move different. You hear the ravens? I don't know if you guys could hear it. It says, when you lose a lover, a spouse, do you know that you can get another one even better? Like God wants to upgrade you. Something that will outlast. Like, imagine you being with the person that you think you're with and you're starting to build. For my ladies, some of you guys, the love, that energy you give out, and it goes both ways, they're saying. Because when two people come together and you guys have that love and you're going in the same direction and you both are building. Haven't you guys noticed, man? It's like, fuck, here comes this. And we want to blame it. We want to blame it on other people, but it's because of you our dreams broke. No, it was meant to go that way. Okay, you want to go this way? They, they want you to reflect on your feelings. Why does that make you feel that way? Because a lot of you guys are dealing with people that once they got money, they got status. Some of you guys, the status was always yours, but you wanted to share. I'm talking to my people. This message is for my people that you love to share. Like, you want to bring everybody with you. You love to share. You love to see people smile. You love, some of you guys fuckers, you love to see somebody cry just to grab your, like, if you got big chichis, like, you want to grab them and hug them, and I could just, and it makes you feel good. Some of my ladies, you love to nurture. It's in you. It's don't ever allow anybody or anything, like a betrayal or somebody did you wrong. Don't ever allow anything for you to regret. Oh, I regret, giving you this love or showing. No, let them regret losing you. Because another person's gonna be there on your chi-chis. Come on, baby, come here. That's what I'm saying. Like I had my daughter actually came around. Some of you guys are dealing with adult children or children that are turning 18, and you're so afraid for them to go out in the street. Because my ladies, you guys are some gangster bitches. You know how it is in the street. You know what it is to survive. It's not the same as when you was out here. And for the ones that are that age and you're trying to separate your parents, they know how it is to be out here. Dangerous it was back then, and it still is. It's just we got to understand that for every generation, they have their dangerous moments or eras, is what I'm hearing. And you just gotta allow them to be free because they're not yours. We don't own anybody. We're really owned by God. Even the devil has to go to God and say, hey, I want this one, or I want that one. And God will say, well, you can do it or not. Depends on how, whatever your destiny is. It says you wasn't pursuing your dreams. This is what we were talking about early. Guys, sit back and really think. And some of you guys are gonna sit back like for reals. You're gonna really think. You're gonna be looking at your partner. You're gonna see like, man, this person got big headed. Why? Really think about it. Why? They weren't like that. For a lot of you guys, you gave them confidence. It feels like they robbed you from the confidence, and you're wondering, why do I feel insecure? Guys, if you're getting ready for work, really look at yourself. But look at yourself from your true self, like inside. Don't sit there and look at yourself in the mirror, man or woman, from the insecurities that the outside world wants to project, wants you to believe. No, look at yourself in the mirror and look at yourself like, fuck, I look fine as fuck. I am gorgeous. I am handsome. Yo, I'm fucking brilliant. I came here to make an impact. And the impact could mean so many things for so many people. All of us think different. When you walk out that door, it's your world. Forget about everybody else. It's just you and God. And this is what you're being asked. Are you pursuing your dreams? Because remember, it's you didn't come this far and you didn't go through so much traumas to really not follow your dreams. Like, what makes you feel alive, guys? What makes you feel happy? Some of you guys are dealing with somebody you want to be with, and they're not responding. And when you get aligned and and really go after God's guidance, guys, you're gonna realize, like, I'm gonna share this with you guys. There's because I love all my exes. All my exes live in Texas. Not all of them, but some of them. Now we got the hawk coming. So some of you guys, the bird hawk could mean something for you. And here, look this one. I love them. I have good times, and the bad times, I let those go. Because we all have good and bad times. Shit. But I guarantee you one thing, when you pull your energy back and people start to see how amazing you start to walk back in your power, like when you start to walk in the path that God always had for you, like, man, I'm going after my dreams. And that could mean anything. For some of you guys, you're going to notice you being alone and being into yourself, going to the park, going wherever you like, being by yourself, and people think it's weird. People think you're cheating. If you're in a relationship and you might be cheating. For some of you guys, you might. And some of you guys will get the courage to be like, you know what, I am. And it's it's for reasons that you're gonna start to validate. You know what? I was unhappy. I tried to tell you, you didn't want to compromise. And some of you guys are sick and tired. For the ones that are still carrying over from, I heard from 2023, it's like you have this burden you're carrying. Should I tell them? Should I not? Should I leave? Should I stay? The shoulda, coulda, that crap. And I don't think you're gonna be indecisive this year, guys. It says, I've slept with you. I've slept with you, with your friend, to get you back. Now we both are scared as fuck. So some of you guys, some of you guys have somebody that they're avoiding you. And they're avoiding you because they know, or they're scared that you're gonna find out. And guys, if you have a person that had to, and these are two people that you hold close to your heart. This could be a sibling, this could be a good friend, and your person or your friend with somebody. For some of you guys, you're barely getting to know this guy. For my ladies, or if you're a man, you're getting to know this person, and whoever is thinking of doing you wrong or did you wrong saw that glow, that happiness, this person. And you know, they always tell us don't say nothing to anybody, because the jealous, the envious, when they see you glowing and a certain radiation of love that you're spreading out there, they want to sabotage you. And guys, this is going to be very specific for whoever went through this or is about to go through this. You can feel your intuition, but you're going to be more powerful if this situation, because you're meant to experience this, and it's up to you on how you hold on to this experience, how much power you give it. And I'm going to give you game on this. How much power? Remember what I'm saying. How much power are you going to give it, this situation, this karmic lesson? Because if you have somebody that had to go that low to hurt you, because that was the whole intent. This was the whole karmic lesson. Looking at it from a higher perspective, not putting your feelings in it, because it is you're gonna feel it, but you need to be able to feel it and say, okay, I learned this lesson. And you have to be strong enough to say, you know what, you don't belong in my life. And when you let go, understanding, fuck, I passed this lesson, I put my feelings. And this is why my interpretation, when you give it to God, is like, all right, these feelings, God, I felt them for a little bit. Boom, I give it to you. I don't understand it at the moment, pero ahí está. And then you move in a different direction. It's almost like the childlike. That's why it's important for you to heal that inner child. And you'll be like, all right, God, boom. Because if you think about a little kid, study them. They'll get mad for a little bit. Yeah, they throw on the floor. Please don't do that. If you have to, you have to. Fuck it. But if you don't, throw those feelings and then be childlike, explore, and know in your heart. You got to know in your heart. Be like, all right, God, fuck that shit. What do you got for me? Surprise me. And then allow it to happen naturally, because you're going to heal. You're going to be excited. You're going to move. And these two people, because they're both scared as fuck, they're going to get their karma. They're going to get a karma because your energy protected them, gave them success. They were feeding off of you. So it's up to you. Do you cut them off? For some of you guys, if this happened behind your back, or maybe they didn't sleep with them. Maybe they did. Who gives a fuck? To me, I look at it, it's none of my business whether they did or not. Because some of them, it was a form of control within. Like the worst thing you could have if you're going through a divorce and they don't want you to go through a divorce, and let's say you have a sibling that's close to them and then they team up to make you feel bad. Like, what kind of shit is that? But guess what? You came here to experience it. So when you pull your energy back and say, oh, okay, you want to be with them? Orale, get your ass over there. And they lost you. And then they see you, and man, there's a hawk screaming their ass off. Go study or go look at that animal meaning for a hawk. Because when you throw that energy of, I can't believe you did that to me, that kind of bullshit, you throw that shit to the wayside, or they said the east side, throw it over there. Guess what? You take your power back and you open up your doors. The devil's gonna be sitting there going like this. Fuck, it didn't work. I used the closest one. So that's very important. And look, 222 on Proverbs. Guys, when I started my spiritual journey, I didn't know too much about God, and I knew, but not enough. But it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be putting a spiritual whoop ass on somebody, But what I've learned is when I pull back and the old me doesn't come out, the shadow side, because I lived in it too much, I start to laugh. Because they sit there and they're like, they want a response the old way, and I laugh about it. And their reaction is different. Then they don't want to come around, and they see me, they fucking run. And they should run, because for a lot of you guys, you have every reason to probably whoop their ass. But when you don't throw that energy, you don't respond, you don't, because fighting is still giving your energy. Rather, you laugh and you say, ooh, pobrecitos, imagine the karma. Oh my God, that's powerful. What they wanted you to be in this anger, and it goes back on them, and it starts to block their roads because you're giving them back their energy. It says, you may be seeing 2222 or 222. It says, don't rob the poor just because you can, or exploit the needy. In court is for the Lord is their defender. So in your case, if somebody tried, when it says don't rob the poor, for some of you guys, your love, your generosity, you dropping everything to help somebody is still, they're robbing you of your time. And the people that rob your kindness, your love, guess what? God, if you don't react, if you don't vindicate, you cry to God and say, God, man, I can't deal with this. Because some of us are dealing with people that are so close. Remember, the Lord is your defender. Yo, I went through court, and the people that I should have been locked up 45 years, the people that I expected weren't there for me. And I had to lean just on God. That's why I tell people, like, fuck that shit. God is everything for me. And it's worked out beautifully for me. So if God could do it for me, he could do it for you. And in court, boy, they were dancing and everything. And let's put it this way. You guys have people that they were so, in Spanish, they said aferrado. They were so focused on you not having a certain thing. Let's say a job. And they were happy that, they were able to sabotage it. For some of you guys, they took your reputation and they're creeping with it. I did the opposite. I just pulled back. I sat back and I said, all right, fuck it. And I spent my time on learning who I was, like the new version, who I wanted to become. And guess what? I was pissed because I naturally, I want to be out here doing my thing. And that's, you have ambition, you're able to create. But imagine when God says, no, I'm giving you the opportunity to relax, to enjoy. And you're so focused because you're worried about what other people think. And maybe you don't believe that God provides. And God will provide, but you have this mentality, but I'm a go-getter. I should have this. And God, I can make something out of nothing. He knows that. He created you. As crazy as you are, he created you. When you embrace that craziness, like I laugh, I go, God, you made me with too much love, too much nastiness when it comes to love. And I say that with joy. Like, You know, when you love, you love. It doesn't mean you're out here giving it to everybody, but the person you do give that love to, they never forget about you. They feel that it's them, their energy, but it's actually your energy. And when they see you with somebody new, oh my God, it's like their heart just drops because you took your power back. Some of them are walking around, they haven't seen you, but when they do see you with somebody else, so some of you guys, if you're dealing with court, just give it to God. Let God handle. There's two courts. There's the court here and there's a court up there. And which one do you think is more powerful? Ask yourself. Some of you guys, that's why if you're on this channel, whether you see haters on the comments or anything, think about it. You're meant to listen. Your soul is meant to listen to something. How powerful is your belief in the Creator? And if people try to send you and they don't believe, he's full of shit or whatever, no. Think about it. Why would they even go there? That's when you start to take your power back. Like, I don't care what you think. This is me thinking. Because when you start to believe what other people, they're really trying to control you. And then wonder why. Because you're meant to make your own choice. You're meant to answer, not me. You're meant to go to him. What is it's just simple as you sitting by a tree and going, what does he mean by that? What did he mean? And just sit there in quietness. And if you have somebody coming around trying to convince you, step away with love. You should be happy. You'd be like, man, there's something that the enemy's using them because it's a spiritual warfare. So if you get caught up in your feelings because of the person, the devil's using them, and that's why it hurts so much. You're very powerful. Whoever I'm picking up on, you guys, a lot of you guys. 2024 could mean something, but they want you to look at Proverbs. And Proverbs and the Psalms are very important. It's going to teach you how to make money. It's going to teach you how to avoid people. And it's going to teach you how to protect your emotions. It says, the Lord directs our steps. So why try to understand everything along the way? And this is why it's so important, guys. Why? Sometimes we want to understand, and it's normal. Some of you guys, you want to understand. Like, why did this shit happen? And it hurts. And it's meant to hurt, but sometimes it's not meant for us to understand. Just recently passed a test. Yes. Don't you feel happy? And sometimes the happiness of celebrating you passing a test comes with this intimacy of you and God, like yourself and God, and people that hurt you are looking at you at a distance or some way, and they're like, fuck, why are they happy? I walk around when I see my people and I don't even say much no more. I'm like an introvert. I just stay quiet, and that scares them. I don't share nothing with them no more. So now they don't feel the excitement. All I hear is like, oh man, when Infinite, we used to throw the best parties. Yeah, I had the best shit right there. They were partying, bands and everything. Until 3 days we would be all fucked up, but they don't have that privilege no more. And some of you guys, you don't even see how blessed you are. It was always your blessed man or woman. And for my ladies, you guys are so powerful. I came from a lady, so I gotta love my ladies no matter what. If they feel a certain way that I had to walk in a certain way and I still love them, like, okay, but the enemy will use that against you. But God, if you have kids, look at them all three. They're all different. And you know which one is going to move forward and which one needs a little help. And I'm hearing right now, but go to God to it. And if you don't have kids and you're waiting for that particular person, like, yo, don't give out your cookies that soon. You have a purpose. Like, you carry a child that's going to break generational curses, but not only that, they're going to actually help you. You're going to struggle and they're going to see your struggle, and you keeping them in this positive vibe and pushing forward and not going towards like in Spanish they said el camino malo, you know, keeping them on a straight path. It's going to give that son, that daughter, you're going to give them that courage to succeed. And then they're going to, it's like you're going to get the wealth. Maybe they're the ones that are going to take you out of that. In other words, you're going to live a better life. Look at that soccer player. What's his name? He's from Argentina. I forgot. What's his name? Real famous. Where he was with his mom. Well, you see a lot of the artists. I don't know why it's coming to me, but guys, and I was talking to this to somebody yesterday that came by to visit, and she's single. She was telling me she was having a hard time with. She wants love, guys, men or women. We all want love. She was worried about this guy because they didn't know the intentions, and she has little kids, you know, like, and man, nowadays there's some fucking perverts. And for the people that I'm picking up, you guys experience or you witness, you know, that, you know, things that happen when we're vulnerable kids. And this person was afraid of it repeating. And I told her, well, if you feel it, it's a sign. Listen to it. Is it worth you having a pinche machete next to you? And you're worried about the other ones, your children? And she's like, no, but I want love. I said, you need to heal that within you. The correct love that's gonna really get you off. Because I go, is he really that good in bed? She's like, well, not really. Well, then what the fuck are you worried about? And she was like, well, how do you know? I said, well, because the energy really isn't based on her. I told her it's not based on her. He's not even that good in there. But that energy is based on how to get to your children. Like, look higher, from a higher perspective. She goes, really? I said, look, if you're gonna give somebody your body, your love, and you have kids, make them pass the test. Like, if they're good with your kids, are they able to hold out? Because if you're gonna bring another person that's gonna be, whether you're a man or a woman, because you could be a man with children and the woman could be abusive, you know. Imagine they abuse your kids and not theirs, you know, if you get the drift. But in her case, I said, look, and she fine. Oof. I said, Ira, you make a test. If this guy is willing, because there's some good fathers, they're meant to have a step parent, and it's not really to replace, it's to add to their lives. Because sometimes it's three parents. It'll be the original father, the stepfather, and then the grandfather. If they're aligned, if they're in their purpose and they're there to uplift the child. But she was like, really? I said, yeah. I said, wouldn't you, I bet you would make love to this man 10 times more with passion if you saw that it was a good man taking care of your kids and he was with you for reals, not just to get you cookies. You would give it to him. She was like, I let him stick it in any hole. She was telling me, she jokes a lot. I said, well, then be willing to put them through the test, you know, not just to get yourself off. You could do that better with your hands. It's just, you know, it'd be real. So I don't know who needed to hear it, but, you know, love is love. We all need it. Guys, I ran in, I don't know who needs to hear it, but there was another person that they're younger too. They're, you know, our generation right now, the youth, they're going through hardships when it comes to love, approaching women or men. For my ladies, you know that if you want a guy, you guys usually will throw out the hints, like, but the youth is scared. They're scared to approach. They're scared of rejection. Look at this. You face your fears with courage, and that's powerful. And that's what I mean. Like, if it's in love, teach them how to, man, teach them. This could be something in May. Be dealing with a Taurus, or my father passed away in May, so I had to face. That was my courage. Like, man, I couldn't believe my dad left. You know, it was hard. And something, if that's something that you had to face, like, a death of a family member, somebody you had close to you, and for a lot of you guys, they were jealous of the connection you had with a parental figure, or the connection you had with a certain sibling, and your other siblings, let's say it was a sibling that passed away and you guys were like this, and they were jealous of your connection. If you had other siblings, they were like, in a way, they were happy that if it wasn't a physical death, that you guys fought, and both of you guys are not talking to each other, and it's making them happy you guys are apart. So in 2026, if they haven't passed away, really think about it and ask them, hey, why are we mad? And really get down to it, because a lot of you guys are going to uncover the truth that these fuckers have been hiding from you, the conspiracy to keep you apart. And when it comes to you finding out, and you might find out in May, and you're going to have the courage to really find out. It's going to be powerful when you find out, because for a lot of you guys, everything you've been through is for you to really control your emotions. So when you find out, you could have your aha moment, and your reaction is going to be powerful. And I spoke about that in a different live. You're going to be like, all right. And they're expecting you to go wild, whether it's somebody that, did you wrong with intimacy, with somebody you might know. You're going to laugh because now they're tied to them. Now you're taking your blessing back by not reacting, by laughing about it. I already gave it to God. What the fuck do I got to worry about? You're going to have to deal with that with God. And that's powerful when you can really walk away and smile and know that God has something better for you. And then you start to pull back everything they took from you. Like currency, is not just dinero en efectivo. Like it's money, it's energy. And you just say, you know what, I forgive you, but I don't need to let you near me. And you're gonna face that with courage. Like this could be even a parental figure, like, yo, man, you're supposed to protect me. You've carried me. If it's a mother figure, like, you're supposed to protect me. I tell I tell people like the Virgin Mary, she didn't betray Jesus, and they wanted to kill Jesus. They were on the run. They were gangster. They were on the run. Some of you guys are like, man, you're supposed to protect me, and you're protecting you're protecting my ex. Like, if that's your child, don't worry, they're gonna get their karma. And that's sad, but look, everybody's not your friend, and everybody's not your family. Some of us are aliens. This could be for very specific, but if some of you guys are from the West Coast, they said, and you're over 40, they want you to ask your parents or your grandparents about UFOs. And it's going to sound silly at first, but for some of you guys, your parent, your mother figure, because you were obviously in the belly, ask them about UFOs and just be curious like a child, because they'll hold back, because some people think, oh, don't they think I'm crazy? This is what I'm hearing. And ask them, hey, did you ever see a UFO? Did you see that? You're going to discover something that was hidden within your family, within your mom. It was a personal thing. You might have been in, they say, in the womb, and maybe your mom experienced or seen it or experienced something. Some of you guys, it's going to be different, and it's going to unlock something within you. You're going to be like, oh, whoa, no way, this is why I'm attracted to that or something. But there's something to do with UFOs in Arizona, wherever you may be. There's something about it, and it has to do with extraterrestrial, some shit like that. And I'm hearing that's something like, if they did see it, you're gonna understand who your friends are, your family. Learn from the mistakes. If you do not heal from what hurt you, You will destroy people that did not hurt you. It says that they're sent by God as a blessing. So it's very important. Heal. Like, don't take it personal. Don't take nothing personal, because the minute you take it personal, that's just pride. No, like when people betray you, when people hurt you, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them, because they're projecting, so that's the way I see it. It says they create a false identity that they built inside your mind. You love the image that I can't read it and I can't write. Back then, I don't know what the fuck I was writing. So for some of you guys, this could be a parental figure is what I'm picking up. So they created like this false identity. This goes back to where follow your dreams. Who do you want to become? Because whether it starts with you as being a child. You could have had parents that wanted you to be a certain way. Like there could have been if you're a lady listening to this, most likely you had a mother figure that was hard on you. Why do you get love? Why do you attract love so easily? Oh, why are you attracting this rich guy or this person that's going to take you to a different level? And it's jealousy, because they were stuck in a marriage. Some of you guys know they weren't happy, but they didn't have the courage to voice out and really, go off with the love of their life. Like if you really sit there and talk to your parent and say, "Ma, Dad, was there a person that you actually loved that you really didn't get to be with this person? And why were the reasons?" And you're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be shocked. Some of you guys, you could have a like in a parental figure, like the father figure. Why are they drunk? Like, and then listen to the songs that they're playing, and then watch your mother figure. Or maybe you're gonna remember like when you were growing up, and your mom knew that your father was crying over a lost love. Or it could be the other way. Your dad knew and was jealous that your mom loved another person, but out of just anger and jealousy of taking your mom away from this other guy, because sometimes they were forced to get married. There was jealousy there, and there wasn't true love. Do you want to repeat that? Do you really want to repeat that? And the person that you think you love might not even be the right person for you, and you're gonna get stuck in what your parents thought what real love. Because if it was real love, the other person would have been with them. Maybe for whatever reason, it's gonna be different for all you guys. Look, it says the only thing people can care about is how you make them feel when they are with you. The only thing people care about is how you make them feel when they are with you. That's powerful, because you think that your love, your energy, they make you feel like it's not worth it, but it is. People care about your energy, but maybe they're too prideful. And I'm picking up for some of you guys, don't listen to that bullshit. People you see on the internet, oh, don't call them for 3 days, or playing that stupid ass game. Like, I don't know, if you're like me, you tell a person, "Hey, ¿sabes qué? Me encantan tus nalgas," or the way you kiss me or the way you hug me. I'm very straightforward. I don't like that bullshit games. You don't want to call 3 days, pues chinga tu madre, and I'll move on. There's somebody else better, I'm not gonna play no games. And some of you guys could be that way. Don't fall for that shit, especially somebody till I wouldn't text them until. Nah, man, that's bullshit. But some of you guys like that game. I don't know. Not me. I'm like, for my ladies, there's a person that both of you guys have this loving energy, and the outside on either family, side has told them, oh, you shouldn't be with this person. But you know damn well when this person, you see them, something inside you just makes you, I would say wet, but it's more than just that. It's this excitement. Like your lies lock in, and you guys could almost be telling each other, and that kind of. And when he hugs you, both of each other, you love when he grabs you. This person grabs you with a passion, squeezes your ass, and it makes you cheeks turn red, and your heart. Both of you guys are like this, and te encuentro en la cama or something like that, and you sit there and think about it. Is this really love, or is it just because I like it porque he puts it down? And it could be both. It says, don't allow anyone to make decisions for you. I know I was in my mind, Some of you guys have good memories when you were rolling in the sheets. Let's be real. Take control of your life. Think for yourself. I think like the worst thing that could happen to any human on this earth is to not be with the person you want to be with. Like to really deprive yourself of that. Like, do you really want to settle? Like I told my daughter, she really doesn't come around, but she's opening her eyes, and she trips out. And I was like, I told her, mija, from whatever happened, I said, your mama was pissed because I'm okay with love. Like I'm a free spirit. I'm not gonna hold nobody. Like I want you to grow up and understand. Tell this man or whoever you want to date, tell him everything. Be upfront. Be blunt like me. Like, hey, this is what I like. This is what I don't like. If this happens, vámonos. And stand behind them. And she's looking at me, these little cute little eyes. She was a little baby. I used to carry her, and she's like, for reals. And I was like, yeah. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Fuck what anybody thinks, and stand on what you want, what you came here. And I said, and let them know, hey, I don't know about tomorrow. And there's a song that in Spanish that says, Yo no sé mañana. Go listen to that. And she was like, for real? I said, learn. Don't be bitter like your mama. I said, learn that and tell them, hey, I don't know tomorrow. I might not be in love with you in 5 years, 6 minutes. I told her, or whatever it is, and let them know, hey, if that ever happens on either side, you have to be man enough, have the balls enough to be able to walk away without you trying to hurt me. Because we got to stop this bullshit with domestic violence, man, on either side, the woman or the man. And I told her, like with so much sincerity, I said, you got to understand, we're not promised tomorrow to be in love with a certain people. Sometimes love just goes like this, and we got to be okay with it. There are people that hurt other people out of jealousy. And that's the spirit that gets within them, not realizing that by surrendering that, God has somebody else better for them. So let them know. And I told my little girl, I said, you have a beautiful energy, and they're going to be addicted, and they're going to trick you out of thinking that it's their energy, but it's yours. And you got to let them know, if promise me that if in the future, either one of us fall apart where we have to go each on our own path, that you won't go psycho on me, that you'll understand that maybe that's what God wants. And some of you guys teach that to your kids. Like show them why you walking on that path, by you being okay that the dad cheated and hurted on you, or that if you're a man that the woman ran off with somebody else, good, it's their problem now. Either way. And we get so bent hurt on what people think, man. And some of you guys are going to be the game changer, because when they see you, like you're not mad. Oh, I'm mad, but what the fuck am I gonna do? It happened. If that person is happy with that person, I'm not gonna be the one to, you know, hurt their feelings. Be the but her, oh, me dejaste for that guy. Fuck it. It's his time now. Just no return policy, bitch. And it works both ways, guys. Look, it says, when God blesses you to become independent, wealthy, make an impact with it. Fuck that boss man, boss lady. It doesn't mean a thing. I mean, it doesn't mean nothing. People, oh, he's a boss lady, boss lady. It depends. How did you gain your independence? How? God helps you through the struggles. So that way you are able to help others. That's where your blessings become a very impact, like for society. It says, because you're gonna when you regret hold on, when you regain your faith and trust and understanding, even of what the outside world thinks, oh, they fucked you over in a divorce, or even if you weren't married, because you could fall to the ground with nothing. And the worst thing you could see is a woman with kids on the street due to a jealous ass cocksuckers, how they want me to say it. And even within, they want you not to have that energy of resentment, like how I said it right now. That's on that person. If a man leaves a woman on the street with kids, that really shows who that person really is. And if a woman is going to get with a guy that did that to their ex, what do you think is going to happen to you? So it's very important that you understand who you get with. The same with a man. Like if you know that this woman did the ex a certain way, why would you want to be the next guinea pig, man or woman? Who cares of the money they have? That shit could go asira. And they're not, and if you're like a man or if you're a woman and this guy is hot, attractive, and younger than the ex, are they with you for you or for the money? Because some of my ladies, you have money, you work hard. Some of them, you know, some that divorced them and they screwed them over, but it doesn't last forever. It was a thing that I wrote down, and it was a God will trick people in thinking that they're succeeding on God's grace, knowing they did somebody wrong, and God allows it because when He teaches a lesson, boy, does He teach a lesson, and they'll fall hard. And then the person that got done wrong, if you keep your faith and you keep silent in your faith and trust, He slowly starts to elevate you, and that's where the blessing begins. Because you don't have this anger and you start to rise, and he's building you on a solid foundation, like rock hard. And I'm hearing he puts you back in the place, you know, where people broke you down, don't something like that. And since you don't have this jealousy, envy, like you're doing it for you, and God is showing you your worth, the worth that you never claimed for yourself, the worth that people, your parents even try to knock down. And He's building you up, and you're feeling that happiness. And then those people that did you dirty, they're looking at you like, fuck. Because remember, they want you to do good, but not better than them. Yeah, that's cold, man. For the ones that's been feeling defeated, surrender your worries to Him. Uh-huh. God's gonna fix it. I don't know, in 2026, some of you guys are, you're gonna come up. And look, this is confirmation. Like your steps are ordered. Like if you're going through hell, this keeps coming up. If you're the person, you're being like, you have somebody that's coming to you like, oh, come on, they did you dirty, let's do them dirty. And don't let them rob you from your blessing. If you have somebody, man or woman, coming to you and they're like, fuck damn, they did you wrong, let's do them wrong, let's do it to them. Don't if I was you, I'll call that person out. Don't let them rob you from your blessings, baby. All right, let me see. What do I got in this bag? What did I bring out here? All right, we're gonna wrap it up with this. Okay. So I hope you guys have a good weekend. For some of you guys, like this year, I'm getting this energy of reading more about love. Look, cheer the fuck up. Take a picture of this. Because this year, you're about to shine in the darkness. You're about to bring this light. And this is going to be your attitude. Like, you're about to break these chains that the closest ones, whoever, however this resonates with you. Whatever they, in the darkness, they were binding you. It's like a binding spell, some kind of witchcraft, some kind of, you're breaking. And it's almost like you embrace your shadow self. And some of you guys, you're mean as fuck. But you're going to say with happiness, like, yeah, I am that way if you bring it out of me. And you'll notice that the ones that love the hardest, oh my God, you don't want to fuck with them. Should I say they don't want to fuck with us? Because a lot of you guys, you give a lot of love in your shadow side. Like they don't know that you lived in darkness since you were little. For some of you guys, okay? Not all of you guys. So the darkness doesn't scare you, right? You're smiling again. Oh, and I bet you that smile that you radiate, you're really noticing how much they were suppressing you. Like your smile, your happiness irritates them. They didn't want you to shine. They're so jealous of it. And let them be jealous. You're good. Look, there's somebody else going like, fuck you. I know my shadow side and I know the light side. And you're fucking being a badass. And it's not that you're out here hurting nobody. It's that you're embracing who you are. Like, bitch, I am badass. And it doesn't matter how you look. I'm telling you guys, some of us, we picked our bodysuit. Think of it this way. You came here in this body. So when other people, they judge you. Oh, you're not tall enough, or you're not white enough, or you're not dark enough, or, you have this certain look. No, your challenge is to really look at things from a higher perspective. I came to experience myself in this suit. So how are you going to rock it? Because this doesn't make you. It's your energy. How do you radiate? How do you attract? Like when you overcome that, and that's why it's important, like get butt naked and look at yourself, own yourself, love yourself. You know what? There's people that love a skinny ass person. They're bony and everything. That person loves who they are. Some of the skinny people, they want to be bigger. And some of you guys, you're a little thicker and juicy. And I'm going to tell you, my ladies, there's nothing more beautiful than a woman in her feminine energy. And if guys don't know how to appreciate, because some guys, they don't appreciate that. But a woman, you could have a little bit of curves or any curves, and you're in your feminine energy, baby, you about to have his toes like this. And a lot of guys don't know that. The way your energy, like, dude, I'm getting hard right now, but let me get out of this energy. It's exciting. There's nothing so more powerful. And you make it, just talking about it, I'm excited. Because it's beautiful. My ladies, when you're in your feminine, if a man brings that feminine energy out of you guys, he ain't getting out of bed. And your energy is potent. Like you could do it to him slow and just energy, this beauty. And if you have a man that doesn't know how to honor you in that ain't the person for you. Because some of my ladies, you have a man that that person, when you guys meet up, like it's that energy. Ooh, with your legs up here, oh my God, just, and the way he's looking and every pump and every breath, like you guys get nasty like that. I'm picking that up and I'm getting too excited. So let's keep it pushing. How many of you guys are missing like sex with the right person? Huh? I know. How many of you guys are missing that sex? I'm talking that sex, that good sex, that unforgettable, that one that has your legs shaking, has your eyes going to the back, fucking tearing his fucking ear. You leave him with one ear like this and his hair like this, and you better not stop. And he's like, that kind of power. I can't, I'm about to bust. And you're like, no, you're not. And you're fucking scratching his ass and leave him with, look like he fucking a bear all scratched up back here. Right? That feminine energy, like that beautiful energy. Harder, come on. And he's like, don't lie. You guys are missing that. Like, who doesn't fucking miss that? You know what I'm saying? Look, I will let go. Like, fuck, you guys are like, fuck that. I don't care. I'll let go. I know somebody loves my ass, and you walking away, and he's like, his pride is, I'm sorry. It says, I'll let go of the shit that does not serve me. That could be negative thinking. Guys, for my ladies, if you if you love and you're wondering and it's killing you inside, like it's killing you inside, like why is my man not responding to me? What is it? And a man is very prideful. If he's not in tune with himself and he feels like he can't tell you, like, babe, I just having trouble acá and I'm embarrassed because this, man, be open with him. Be like, babe, I love you. Whatever. If you can't, well, use your fucking tongue, bitch, and your fingers make me go off. But be open, be serious, because it could be a health problem and we never should be embarrassed. At least I'm not. I don't give a fuck. I'll go, hey, what do I need to do? Because to me, love is important. Like, I love to feel. And a lot of you guys might be that kind of a person. Your love is very sexual. And I mean that in a respectful way, that, like I said, when you have a person that puts you in that energy, your feminine energy, for my ladies, and if you're a man, this lady puts your masculine energy, brings that out of her. It's not nothing else. It's, remember that card said, is the way you make this person feel. And then it's a reciprocal. And then that other person makes you feel, and that's what makes you powerful. Now, with time, you're gonna be tested, and it all falls down with communication. See, it says stop saying yes to the shit you hate. And that could mean, like, I'm gonna stop not saying something to my person. Hey, babe, I want to do different things in the bedroom, or I want to explore things, but I want to explore things with you. For my ladies or men, you want to explore things, and you could be a man and you're like, come on, babe, I want to try this. And you could have somebody that could be, for my ladies, you could be like, well, where did you learn that? He learned it watching porn probably, but he wants to experience it with you. Not all the time, but I think if you get the importance of you letting your inner child play around with your person that you love is powerful. Like, how many of you guys have a certain person, and yes, it could be somebody from your past, that both of you guys really you had a good time, and you're not realizing it was your inner child, both of you guys. Like, you could be an older person, and there's somebody that makes you feel alive again, beautifully. Like, I'm an older person, and I'm grateful when I tell you that when God gave me the opportunity to start new. And I was telling my daughter again, I'm telling you because she thinks I'm crazy. She goes, Papi, why do you think like that? I said, yo, like, I don't want to be the person I was before. I want to be a nerd. I want to be able to walk and not prove anything. Like, I want to be totally different. Why? She told me why. I said, because I grew up too fast, and I had to face my traumas. And when grandpa died, which was my dad, I said, it was like my opportunity to restart a new life. Like I don't want people to know me. Like, that was the old life. That person died. I want to start fresh. And she's like, you starting fresh? Because I really I'm really enjoying and I'm embracing my spiritual journey. And for some of you guys, you're meant to start fresh. So don't hold on to the past. Let that little girl go out, play. But when it comes to sex, protect your energy. Like, I don't just give it out. You think this little chilito's gonna touch just any nalga? I mean, in reality, as a man, yeah, I would wish that every fine bitch or every woman, because to me, they're beautiful. Like, the characteristics, just that feminine energy. But no, when you carry that powerful energy, your very sacred energy, even though you come off like that or you hide that from my ladies, you hide that. There's a person that brings it out of you. You don't just give it out. If you did before, you're learning not to, because you're learning who you are. You're a freaking star, a fucking superstar. I'm a motherfucking superstar. Repeat it in the comments. The more that you write shit down, the more that you think. That's why they tell you think of positive things. Don't think of negative. The more you think that you're this, you become that. Remember who you are. God thinks I'm a badass. Even these cards talk about God. Look, they say God only gives us what we can handle. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. This is your message. Look, so any hardships that you went through, shit, you when you give them to God, it's like fuck, because He wants all the responsibility. Hey, here, that's not for me, and you keep pushing forward. Why? Because God might tell you, why is that for me? Because I'm a fucking badass. You created me to be a badass, right? And God's like, that's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted you to do. And some of you guys, when you smoke a blunt with that particular person, don't lie. You guys, cochinas, both of you guys. For some of you guys, don't let your man smoke no more. He's over here passed out on that cherry green kush. No, you want him to be rock hard. So get that shit away from him. And look, I had a girl, but she used to take care of her feet, beautiful feet. Oh my God. And they were so beautiful when they were right here on my shoulder. It says, you are not just walking through life, you're strutting like it is a damn catwalk. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, you guys are powerful, my ladies. This year, 2026, I think you're going to own your sexiness. Oof. They're not going to recognize you. You're going to walk different. You're going to smell different. You're going to you're going to be doing this, and you're not even going to be really speaking it out because you know how powerful your words are, but you're going to be silent and see like, fuck that. I'm not going to waste my energy on that. Like this year, you're going to be this. You're going to be cheerful, happy, even if they think you're a monster, but you're going to be glowing in the darkness. So you're going to scare other people's demons. You're going to break free. By you doing that, you're breaking them free, and they should be thanking you. That's crazy, guys. Either way, I'm feeling this energy from you guys. You guys, you're meant to really be trendsetters. You're going to be different. You are, if you're the scapegoat, if you're like me, the scapegoat, like I'm fucking proud of it. I don't give a fuck. Because a lot of the scapegoats, you guys are the ones that are doing it, not necessarily by yourself, because God is with you, but in reality, you by yourself, and you're fucking making an impact, regardless of what anybody thinks. One last thing. I don't have any cards in here. Let me see this one. Let me get 3 of these, and then we'll wrap it up. Look, at the bottom of the deck, it says right here, love affair, dirty little secret sex fix, low down. There's something that you might, some of you guys might want to tap into this. You want to explore this. For some of you guys, you might have experienced this and you feel rejected. How many of you guys really went through a love affair and it really affected your life? Like like you're thinking like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. And you feel shame, you feel hurt, and it's kept you down. Or maybe it happened, that your person did that. But for the ones that experienced this, you could feel in the past, it could have made you feel so low, like, fuck, I was following my heart. What was I wrong? It was fun. It was like a vacation every time I was with this person. And you could be going through legal situation, and you could be in this energy, or the person that lost you is going through this energy. But either way, How did this person feel? Some of you guys, you could have been the third party, and you're like, well, God, I thought it was my person, and it could have been. You could be feeling exhausted, like, fuck, they're not leaving their person, and I'm still here. And if you're in this energy that the person doesn't want to leave their person and they're lying in 2026, baby, you are not holding back. You're blocking the fuck out of them, and you're like, you know what? I deserve better. Why? Because I'm telling you, ladies, you or men, your energy is potent. You could be man or woman, but we didn't come here to make mistakes. As hard as that look on the outside, and as hard as people want to make you feel a certain way, no, it's an experience. You came here to experience it. How are you going to react? You're going to react like, motherfucker, you make me feel good. I love how you make me feel. I love the energy we provide. I miss being naked with you, because some of you guys, you met a person that really made you feel good naked, like in your own skin, like you recharge. And I think both of you guys, if this was an affair, you guys could have separated, and God will bring you back if it's meant for you guys to be coming back together. And look, this mutual respect, this person makes you feel good. This person, this is what you got coming in 2026. If you release the past, it's almost like, look, somebody that makes you feel good, somebody that makes you laugh, like man or woman that's listening, you have a person from your past that you want to be with, you feel maybe they don't want to be with you, let that go. I always look forward. And I'm like this, like, fuck, which one is going to be the next for me? Because I'm always looking at this, the joy, the happiness. Like, some of you guys want happiness, joy. Like, that's the whole tea behind the energy that I'm picking up on you guys. But with this energy, somebody wants to know the tea on you. And this is somebody that's two-faced. They're wondering why you're always like this, collective, whoever you are out there. Do you see that smile? Look behind, like, the superficial shit. Look at that energy. This is how some of you guys, you miss this part of you. Look at that smile. Like, a lot of you guys, this is you. Like, this is the old version. This is the one that you need to bring back out. Look, the joy, the happiness. There's a person that makes you feel like that. And there's somebody, look, a two-faced person that didn't value you, didn't know how to forgive you. They want to know the tea. Who are you with? Who's making you smile like this? Who's making you feel this way? Some of you guys, you're not even sexually active with somebody, but this person makes you feel, and there's this two-faced look that is like, why? I thought I was the one that made you feel like this. No, they're realizing it was your energy. And this could be somebody you had a family with. And the way I see it right here, like behind the scenes, now they want to get back with you. They don't want to tell the kids, what really happened, but they secretly want to be with you. I dare you. Look, and they're looking at you, and this person could be looking at you like, why are you looking like this? Who's making you happy? Who's making you like this? And look, they're like, fuck, because this person is realizing that you don't need them. Look, and some of you guys, you don't even realize, but let me put it like this. You're looking in one direction and you're not worried about your past. Now, this could be you, your feminine and your masculine energy. Taurus, hot. I didn't get to read your message, but look, he do that. Look, yeah, and look at him. He's at a distance. He's like, how? And you could be right here, and this person wants to, if you don't do this, I'm going to divorce you. Don't be in that energy. Fuck that. Be this person that you're walking away and they want to hold onto you. Now, for some of you guys, You could be in this energy, like you could be separated from the person that makes you feel like this, and they could be hiding their feelings. And there's nothing worse than a person that hides their feelings from you. Focus, infinity. Yes, focus. What you put out, you shall get. I know I need to go back to that love energy, right? Look, recharge. Who recharged you? Who's your new soulmate? Wishful thinking. Some of you guys, how many of you guys are looking for love? Like new love? Hmm? Yes, sir. I'm telling you. You laughed for me. Yes, look. Even Archangel Michael's naked. He had to cover his pecker for you. Look, he's like, she fine as hell. And he sees you when you're naked. Look. You're like, what? But all right, guys, I'm gonna go inside. I gotta do my hair, I gotta shower up, and I've gotta do Capricorns. We're gonna do Capricorns live for happy birthday for Capricorn. Look, yes, that's good. Keep your eyes open. And that's really good. I think when you keep your eyes open and you lean on the guidance, because like talk to Archangel Michael, be like, Archangel Michael, two things. Who is the guy for me in this room? He'll tell you. And for my ladies, tell Archangel Michael, make sure that he don't have a little pecker and he lasts long. Like, don't be afraid to really speak what you want. Like, because you don't want to be in the spiritual legal realm where you pick them. No, Archangel Michael, you know my desires. And I said desires because, man, it's about time that you get what you want, right? So you have to request it. Nightlife. For some of you guys, there's going to be somebody really, they're going to be mad at you. If you have a separation, you went through this legal separation, like you're going to get this nightlife, but it's not in a way that you're going to go crazy. Or they're asking you not to go crazy, like where you just give out the cookies. Like that person said, open your eyes to how you want to truly live. Like nightlife doesn't mean that you're going to be out there. Like for some of you guys acting crazy, yes, but some of you guys, you want a new adventure and do it in a way that you want to start new. Like I'm starting brand new. I'm moving in the direction and I'm doing it confidently with no excuses. Like, take control. This is for some of you guys, you're moving in a different direction with somebody new. And it's about time, is what they're saying. Because I feel for a lot of you guys, this was you, or this is somebody that wants to come back at you to apologize, but they were toxic as fuck, is what I'm hearing. And you just took off. And some of you guys are, for the ones that have been single, you're about to meet somebody and it's really going to hurt somebody. It's somebody that had a family with you. You might be coming back together because it says old exes. You're going to know if it's a green light for them. Some of you guys are meant to go into that. Some of you guys, you're running away from somebody that's two-faced. Like, I don't want to be in that situation. Like, as God, like, you promised me new, but not a refurbished. You said new. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.